So your feet are directly underneath your hip sockets, not your thighs, and they're straight. Now I want you to fan your toes out a few times and your fingers. So we know the digits are connected and it really helps. Got some space. Lovely. And then close your eyes and have a little sway forwards and back. Please let me know if the sound goes tinny at all. What are you doing there, Penny? You spent the night. So with your eyes closed, your attention is inside. And have a gentle sway. So you're rocking your weight just gently into the ball of your foot and then back into your heel. You're not lifting them, but you're just aware of that shift of body weight and how your core responds inside. Take a deep breath and sigh. Pausing in the middle, we're going to go left and right. Jaw and face soft and relaxed. Dropping your shoulders down, lifting your heart up, and a string from the top of your head pulling you up to the ceiling so you feel lengthened up through the neck as well as through the lower spine. Pause with your weight in the center, both feet equally weighted. Turn your face to the right, give me a little squeeze. Drop your chin down or take it straight through the middle, round to your left, inhale. Down and across and around to your right. Chest open, shoulders back. Keep your shoulders back as you go through the middle or down and through the middle and round to your left. Face center, left ear to left shoulder. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Circle your nose around. A few little wiggles. At this point, you're engaging your thighs and your bottom, your pelvic floor and your tummy, and you're standing tall and your ribs are tucked in. And then leave your head on one side, start to circle your shoulder, lift it up, roll it back, press it down. Good. Good, that's lovely. And then keep your shoulder down, turn it into an actual arm circle. Now, if you've got tricky shoulders, it might be that you just take your arm out kind of shoulder height or a bit lower. But if you can, start to take that arm a bit higher. Thumb turned upwards gives you better range of movement in the shoulder, less compression if your thumb leads, as it were. And notice you can squeeze with the back of that shoulder blade and pull the arm behind you. Lovely. One more time. And then taking the arm behind you into the small of your back, palm facing outwards, you're going to see if you can just squeeze the elbow back, the shoulder back, and I'll show you from the back. But if you then, might not be able to, but if you can, interlock your fingers and use this other arm to kind of drive forwards. So it's like a piston. So one elbow is behind your back, the other arm is pushing forwards. Now your wrists might not want to, your shoulders might not want to. So you're letting your elbow go right behind you. And you're sliding your forearm across the small of your back. And then you could take hold of your hand and wrist and pull. That's an alternative, is that you just pull. Or clasp hands and drive forwards, whichever. That elbow looks far away from your body, Helen. Can you let your right elbow kind of, your whole arm go across the small? Oh, is that the one that's holding? Okay, that's fine. You don't know. So right arm behind your back, rest it, so push it all the way across. Don't leave your elbow out like that. Slide it further, further, further across your waist. Keep going. Yes, now take hold. And you, yes. That's better. Lift your face, put it in the sunshine. Oh, you've got a fascial stretch from sort of the jaw and ear, and move your head around a little bit, however you feel nice. Where might you direct the breath? Right collarbone, yeah? Breathe high into that upper lung. Let it move, visualize that expansion there. And a big sigh out. Marvelous. And then let go with the hands. Slowly let your chin drop to the chest and your right arm relax. Give your arm a little wiggle, give your head a little shake, and then bring your head to the center. Good. Head up, heart up, right ear to right shoulder. Keep your shoulder girdle level. Goodness me. Have a circle. You don't think you're stretching much, do you? And then when you move out of it, you go, oh, I was there for quite a while, actually. So first of all, starting with just mobilizing your neck a little bit. And then when we've done that a few times, we'll circle the left shoulder on its own. So the shoulder girdle lifting, rolling back, pressing down, lift it, roll it back, press it down, still drawing up on your thighs and your bottom, your tummy. Crunch, crunch. And then turn that into an arm circle. So it's a straight arm, drawing it behind you. If you've got the space and the shoulder mobility, take the arm straight up in front of you, up to the sky and right behind you. Notice your body might be trying to move. Is that any different on this side to the other side? So try to keep your body square to the front so you're getting a true idea of how your shoulder is. One more time, take your arm, bend it behind you, slide it across the small of your back as far as it'll go. So the whole of your forearms resting in the small of your back. And then you can either pull that hand or interlock your fingers and drive forwards with that elbow, whichever gives you the nicest stretch. And then think about breathing into here. So that means we're going to keep the tummy quiet. That means we need to slightly squeeze the tummy and not let the diaphragm dome downwards. So you think of breathing into upper chest, letting the left shoulder kind of go and release backwards as you inhale. And then exhale, draw the left elbow back and the left shoulder back a bit more. One more time, breathe in. Big exhale. Lift your face, put it in the sunshine. Purse your lips if you want to. Feel that stretch under your jaw. And then release your right arm. Slowly let the left arm down. Give it a little wiggle. Roll the chin down to the middle of your chest. Interlock your fingers, place them on the back of your head. Let your elbows hang forwards. Not pulling here, just arm weight. Now then, to contrast that, now press your head up into your hands. Push so hard that your hands move and bring your head up. Push head back, head back, head back, head back. And then elbows draw open, chin tucked in. So we're going to take the lid off the jar. That means your upper body is divorced from your lower body. If you need to, you can slide your fingers apart a little bit and have your elbows wider, or you can keep them interlocked, but I don't want you to push your ribs out. Take a breath. Keep your hips absolutely still, rotate left and keep your right elbow back. Now it's really deceptive this, because you think you're going to go miles and you move about 4 inches. And if you've gone more than about 4 inches, you've probably let your hips swing with you. Come back to the center, inhale. Now think about the left shoulder blade, pull your elbow back, 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 back to its right without letting your right hip swing back. So you have to consciously push it forwards. You'll feel your waist working if you're doing it well. Come back to the center. And now we go again. Now to the left, keep those ribs tucked in for me, Cynthia, and a little slight tail tuck. Just a little millimetre of tail down. Is your right elbow back? Come center, well done. And round we go to the right, keeping your left elbow drawn back, chest up, heart up, shoulders slide down into your back pockets. Come back to the center, keeping your shoulders down, relax your hands, float your arms up, inhale. Slowly bend your knees, keep a neutral spine, take your arms behind you, come up if your toes will allow, roll up onto the ball of your foot. Bend your knees, keep them parallel. Up you come, drop your shoulders. If you wish to, come onto the toes. And again, up you come with lots of control and balance. And get to the top, you just slightly push your hips forwards because it draws them underneath your shoulder girdle and head. But if you push your hips forwards and your head doesn't come back, you'll feel very wobbly. So you've got to kind of let all that stacking, let that alignment happen. So you're hanging from a little plumb line here. Whee! Twice more. Nice smooth movements. One more. Beautiful. And then bring your arms wide, come down with your flat feet. Take the weight onto your left foot, slide your right tippy toes out. Head and heart lifted. Brilliant. Now relax your jaw and your face. Remember, you can put your tongue behind your top teeth on the roof of your mouth if you wish. Find a drishti point, a focal point. Your standing thigh starts to tighten your bottom, your tummy, your heart is up. Take a breath in. Allow your eyes to flutter and close. You've still got your toes down on that right foot. Breathe steady. Slide your right foot in so your heel is lifted and your toes are on the floor. Got your eyes closed. Don't let the heart sink and the head come forwards in a panic. Lift your heart, head above spine. And then can you lift your right foot? 3, 2, 1. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Open your eyes. Take your leg out to the side. Plant your foot wide and down you come. You might come into a squat, which is sort of halfway, flat back, or you can come down all the way or further if you're able to. Forwards and back. It's my feet that feel tired after last night. Balancing that proprioceptive work is quite hard when your feet feel tired. I did put some heat lotion on before I jumped in bed last night. Chest up. Oh, hello, hips. And then take your hands down. Push firmly with your hands. Lift your bottom up. Now, please have your tummy in. Walk your feet in. You've got a flat back. Stay here for a moment. Stick your bum out more and rest your torso on your legs. And if you can't get your torso on your legs, then bend your knees more so that you actually can rest your spine and your body on your legs. Please have your tummy in. Bring your hands to your thighs. Look forwards a little bit and then push and come up with a flat back. Good. Sweep your arms up. Over we go to the right. Inhale. Over we go to the left. Nice stretch. Lovely, Carol. And then up you come. Roll your shoulders around. Super duper. Don't you look the part. Right foot. Take your left tippy toes forwards. So just make sure you change legs, obviously, if you did a different one. Head and heart lifted. Tongue behind top teeth in the roof of your mouth. Close your eyes when you feel ready. So I can feel this foot's going proprioceptive. We can do this. So your eyes are closed. You're already challenging your core, your ankles, your feet, your calves, your thighs, head above shoulders, above hips. And then slide your left foot in with your heel lifted and toes on the floor. Find a steady place. I'll give you the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Open your eyes. Much worse on that side for me. Take your leg out. Plant your foot. Down you come. Round 2. Halfway or all the way or part way. Ooh. And let's go side to side. And then we're going to go forwards and back. And then we're going to go circle round. And then we're going to circle the other way. And then we're going to sit up nice and tall and we're going to twist our body to the left. Your right elbow is kind of blocking that knee from coming in. Come through the middle, twist your torso to the right. Your feet will rock and roll, that's okay. Through the middle. Round we go to the left one more time. Push your left knee out, twist, move your legs. Come through the middle, twist the other way. So your torso is doing the twisting, but your legs are responding. Come through into the center, hands down, lift your bottoms up, walk your feet in, Rest your body on your legs again. So at this point, you feel a bit like downward dog. It's that flat back, tail out, chest up, hands on the floor. Could be whole hands or fingertips. You're looking slightly forwards, and by looking forwards and lifting your chest, you can kind of get that tail rise. Nice. Then hands to thighs. Please have your tummy in. Push down with your hands and up you come. When you get to the top, big sweep. Bring your arms wide. Roll your shoulders around, and just before we come down onto the mat, let's have a la-di-da. Now, if your feet are together, it's harder to balance. So if you don't feel very balanced this morning, have your feet wider. Let your head turn if you feel safety. Oh my goodness. I feel like I must have drunk at least a bottle of champagne last night, Helen. It's the glass. That was gorgeous. I sent a picture of the GB bottle to Sam and he was really chuffed. And apparently the guy that sponsors him with his chalks was laughing and said it was brilliant. Helen gave Sam a bottle of champagne, which was shrink wrapped in a GB flag. And it said Team GB on the front. I don't know if he'll ever dare open it. You might have to keep it. Keep going. And then begin to slow it down. Marvelous. Good. Now circle your wrists one way and then the other while you shuffle to the end of your mat. Keep circling your wrists. I want maximum range of movement. Circle, circle. Make sure you go in both directions. Good. And then step forwards, coming down onto your hands and knees. Oh, sorry, onto your knees. If you need to be on a cushion, now's your moment to get a cushion. And I would suggest that you have your knees actually hanging off the front, as it were, so that you're supported just behind the knee. So if you don't need that, then you don't need that. Squeeze your bottom, engage your tummy, kneel up tall, and inhale. Exhale, we're going to have a little lean. Inhale, you're going to come up. Now, you don't have to lean far, even just moving off vertical. I can feel my legs kick in. I can feel my tummy working. I can feel my back starting to work. So only go further if you feel strong enough to do it and if your joints are okay. Exhale, going back. Inhale, center. Twice more. One more time. And then pause, take your arms out in front of you, bring your left thumb to armpit, reach forwards, look forwards, coming center. Right hand to armpit, we're rotating. Now let your ribs move. Exhale, thumb to armpit, elbow back, center. Exhale, so it's like the archer, not the archers. I like that program. I don't make time to watch it, but if I listen to it, I quite happily just listen to it. I can cope with that pace of life. Then start to turn your head. One arm at a time, Elaine. Make sure you're just going back to the center and then moving. And then back to the center. And then exhale and move. Inhale forwards. Now open out with your thumb to your armpit. You've turned and looked. And then take your arm out into a T shape. Drop both shoulders down. See if you can reach forwards and reach backwards in your 180 degrees. You'll know if your ribs are stiff and your spine is stiff. Bring your hand back to your armpit, come forwards. Inhale, rotate. That might be all you want to do, or open out into a T shape. This side feels easier for me. Drop your shoulders, lift your heart, hand back to armpit, forwards. One more time each side. Open. So we're getting thoracic rotation, but then shoulder stretch as well. Take your arm back, drop that right shoulder down, Elaine. Yeah, hand in. Center, last time, left, turn, look, reach forwards and reach backwards, come back to your side and forwards, hands and knees, bumps a daisy. You can be on your palms, you can be on your knuckles. Let's have a release of your spine, rippling tail to top. Now, if you know you tend to hyperextend your elbows, I want them just slightly soft, thank you. So that you're not locking out the elbow joint, but you're working the muscles around the joint. Shoulders drawn down, hands maybe a smidge lower, Cynthia. They look a bit too far in front, are they? It's hard to tell. And then keep the weight forwards and draw your shoulders down. And now ripple. Yes. Good. And then I want you to find the midpoint. Head in line, core held. You've just put your boob tube around your middle. Take a breath in. And then opposite arm and leg, let's swim, slide them out. You could leave them on the floor or you can lift them to horizontal, bring them down and slide under, land smoothly, other side. See if you can keep the movement separate from the stillness of your torso. So this whole principle of isolation in Pilates, it's about what's moving, what isn't, what's holding you, what isn't. Where could you relax now? Your jaw, your face, your toes. Exhale, slide out and lengthen the back leg straight. Bring them down and land. Yeah, really nice, folks. On your next one, slide out and hold it here. Take them out and in like a fan. Leg out, arm out, horizontal to the floor. Bring them back in and slide them under. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Sliding out. Taking your arm and leg out to the side like a fan, into the middle, bringing it down. So we're adding complexity. One more time each side. Slide out. Really good for the whole of the back of the body. We're now holding ourselves up. The spine is being strengthened, or at least the muscles around the spine are being strengthened. Arm and leg slide away, lift. Keep the leg with some tension in it, the arm with some softness in it, out and in. And then from here, when you come down, release into a child's pose with your knees apart. Not massively, just a little bit so that you can sink down with your head, let your chest sink between your knees and breathe. So if you can, your hands are on the floor, your wrists and forearms are off the floor, and you can either let your head be down or try lifting your head a millimeter and just notice how that allows your armpits to sink and your chest and shoulders to open more. So when your arms are straight as opposed to floppy on the floor, there's a little bit more tension. Now you could push your hands away so your bottom goes back further. And then remember this position. Tuck your tail down, round your waist up and roll back up into a kind of a cat curl, as it were, and then release your spine. So we don't often do this. Come back to neutral. You're going to round your back like a cat curl, tail down, head down. You're going to take your bottom back towards your heels. You're going to pretend you're pushing a marble along the floor. Your elbows go down and your head stays low, 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 low. And you come between your hands and you go forwards, forwards, forwards. And if you can, you come up into back extension. So it's a cat curl, but moving round your back, drop your bottom down. Forearms are down like tram lines. Roll yourself forward. The hard part is when your elbows have to come up and then you turn it into a tricep push-up and you come into back extension and then you ripple. Still think of this articulation, tail down, round the spine, and then keep your chest oozing towards the floor as you come up into extension. Just modify it as you need to. You might find you have to move your hands a bit further away from your knees, but I want you to think of it's almost like somebody's got their hand on your tailbone, they're pushing you forwards. So when you're back in that position with your bottom on your heels, so imagine my hands on your bum pushing you forwards and along. You have to trust yourself to go beyond your hands. Keep going beyond your hands. See how far beyond your hands you can go. Yes, yes, yes. One more time. Aim for 6 inches in front of your hands because it's only the same as a push-up. And then finding the midpoint on all fours. You're welcome to be boxed, half, full push-ups. We've got elbows tucking in at our side. Are we ready? We're only doing a few. Slowly down and slowly lift. Control it down. Now, if you wanted to go any faster, what I'd suggest is more slow on the way down, faster on the way up. You'll get stronger that way. So you might go 3, 2, 1, lift. 3, 2, 1, down, and then lift. Down slowly, push. Down slowly, shove. Last 2. Last 1. Lift. Take your knees really, really wide. Turn sideways on your mat if you need to. Take your arms out in front of you. Sink down. Let your arms relax. Now you want a big hip opener if your hips are okay to do so. Sink your chest, bottom back towards your heels. Open into the inner thighs. Take a breath in. Big sigh out. And then walk your hands in. Come back up onto all fours. This time, hands are wide. Oh, she's nasty, isn't she, this lady? You're going to have your knees either boxed or half or full. We've got chest push-ups, elbows going out to the side. That means you go elbows out, push the floor away. 3, 2, 1, drive. 3, 2, 1, exhale. Inhale. So the eccentric phase is when we get stronger. So when we're going down, if we slow it down, we'll get stronger on the way up. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and push. 3, 2, 1. Last 2. Yes, we can. Push. 1 more. And push. And come down onto your belly. Bring your arms down by your side. Your legs are hip width apart and parallel. You've got your forehead on the floor or on a cushion if you need to, or a little folded up towel. It's not going to stay here long, but I want your head in the center. Arms go by your side. Palms are facing up. Your thumbs are close to your legs. Let your shoulders collapse forwards. If it's too sore on your bust, you could roll a towel up and put it just underneath your bust, underneath your ribs, just to give you that bit of lift if you need to. So you're letting your shoulders collapse forwards. Floppy Joe. The light looks very dark in here. Can you see me all right? Yeah, okay. It's just on my picture. Maybe it's my screen. So give your hips a little shimmy from side to side. Take a breath in. And then hips are still. Engage your legs, your bottom, your tummy, but keep them down and slightly press the tops of your feet into the floor. Let your head lift up. Now your shoulders are hanging forwards. Remember, this is a really, really isolated move. I want your elbows kinky and I want your hands floppy, and they stay that way for now. Inhale. Exhale, slide your shoulder blades towards each other. You do not poke your elbows up in the air. You imagine I'm tapping with my fingertips the back of your shoulder blades, kind of armpit area. And you're going, oh yeah, that's where she wants me to move. I can feel when I do it how I want to shove my ribs into the floor and kind of arch my back, but I want you to stay really low, horizontal with the floor, really low. Now, if we just chat for 5 minutes, you'll feel your upper back working. For me, it's gone down to the back of my ribs as well. But if I stay really low, it's not quite so much down there. It depends where my head is. And if you try that, lift your head a millimeter, feel what your lower back does, bring your head down really, my nose is touching the floor. That changes it. Shoulders back. Now keep your hands on the floor, backs of your hands, slide your arms down so that they're now straight. Are you still squeezing your shoulders back, or have they wanted to collapse and round forwards? So that's the hard bit. When you straighten your arms, your triceps join in, but the shoulders like to collapse. Now lift your arms and turn your palms against your legs. Pretend your nose is a compass. Inhale. Shorten the left side of your waist and do a side bend. Left hand goes down towards your knee. Right side of your waist is stretching. Your nose is pointing down. Your shoulders are level with the floor. You will want to tip. Come back to the center. Really good. Right hand down towards your knee. Reach, reach, reach. No rotation of the ribs. Skimming stones. Come back to the center. Are your shoulders still back? Is your head still really low? and relax down. So there's quite a lot going on in that move, isn't there? You've only got 2 more of them. Inhale. Lift your head a millimetre. Let your shoulders flop forwards, trout face. Downward curving face. Inhale. Exhale. Leave your hands on the floor. Your elbows are floppy. Slide your shoulder blades towards each other. Really nice. Feel whether one arm is working more than the other, whether one shoulder is squeezing back more than the other, whether the tone of the back of your armpit on the right is the same as the tone on the back of your armpit on the left. Inhale. Keep really, really low so the lower back's not pinching. Slide your hands along the floor. Squeeze them. Inhale. Collarbones are open, Darcy. Lift your hands just off the floor. Turn your palms onto your thighs. Inhale. Go right first. Do not let your rib cage rotate. Skimming stone. You have to use the pressure under your diaphragm and abs to hold you level. Inhale, center. A little bit of work now in the lower back and the waist. Go around to the left. Chest open on both sides. Inhale, center. One more time to the right. Inhale, center. One more time to the left. Are you squeezing your upper back as much as you were at the start? Come back to the center and relax. Flop. Turn your head to one side if you want a little break. Give your hips a wiggle if you need to relax. It's such a good postural exercise. Small muscle groups for everything. The posterior deltoid working, your rhomboids working, your lower trapezius muscles working. If you think of sort of the top half of your upper back and all the little muscles in there that are holding your shoulders back and your posture in good form, that's what we're working. So legs out, head resting on the floor, shoulders floppy, hang forwards, trout face. Inhale. Exhale, engage your tummy, lift your head a millimetre or 2. You can press the top of your feet into the floor a little bit if you wish, but let the arms flop. The elbows will be curved outwards like little jug handles. Stay so low that you can feel it in your upper back as you inhale, and then exhale, draw your shoulders open, collarbones open. It's pinching, it's drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Now the elbows have come up, but they're still floppy. I want you to really take your attention to that top third of your upper back. Breathe in. Slide your hands along the floor. Now your arms will go stiff, but don't let them curl in. Can you feel there's a tendency? They want to roll forwards. Now you've got to really think open, beautiful posture. And then inhale. Check your lower abs are in check and lift your arms an inch. Turn your palms towards you. Breath in. Left we go. Side bend. Pay out on the right side. Don't just crunch on the left side. Inhale, center. We're going round to the right. Now you're firing up your lower back and your waist. Reach down. Try not to twist your shoulders. Inhale, center. One more time for me. Go left. Good. Inhale, center. We're not moving far, sadly. Go right. And center. Relax. Whoa. Rest your forehead on your hands, curl your heels in, swing your legs around to release your lower back and your hips. Big windscreen wiper legs. And then from here, you're going to roll onto your back. Everybody okie dokie? Yeah, good. So lying on your back, we're going to break down the 100 and then do the single leg stretch. And then we might do the double leg stretch. So this is a real ab section for you. If you don't like curling your head up, you can do it with your head down, but you might want to get a cushion or a little towel behind your head, just so that you've got a little bit of, not curl, but a slight lift. And you don't feel like you've left your chin dangling back here. So if you're not worried about that, fine, no cushions or anything required. So we're going to start with our pelvis. First of all, in neutral, check your position, pubic bone, hip bones. Take a breath in. Exhale, tuck your pelvis under. Now you can use your feet, you can use your thighs, you can use your bottom. I want the mobilization. Inhale, release and arch the back. Exhale, pelvic floor band. 1, 2, 3. Think of pubic bone, belly button, and then under diaphragm. It's the diaphragm kind of, not the diaphragm, the tummy going down and up. It's that scooping under your diaphragm that helps take the pressure off your pelvic floor and then release an arch. If all you're doing is pulling your tummy down, then there's a tendency for pressure and bulge to still go onto your pelvic floor. So it's that internal kind of scooping upwards that makes the difference. Release. And then one more time, you're going to stay in your pelvic tilt. Inhale. Those of you that are lifting your head, chin slight retraction, fold from the sternum, curl up. If you're not lifting your head, leave it on your cushion. You're going to beat the arms about 6 or 8 inches, palms up, palms down. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, palms down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3, and release down. So obviously not 100, but we did it with our legs down. We did it imprinted. Some of us had our heads curled up. All is well. Moving on from that, we're going to try folding legs in. Now, at the moment, I'm doing this in an imprint. So your waist is down, your back is down, and you're really aware of where you are on the floor, on the mat, so in your relationship with the floor. And then what we'll do is add in a single leg. You might then just put it down and change to the other single leg. Or if you're feeling strong enough, you might fold one leg in, fold the second leg in. And if you're feeling strong enough, you might take one leg out, and then you might take both legs out, and then you might lower them. But all of that, I'm showing you so that you know what to whistle through, but you can choose, of course. How would you know when to stop? As in, when to not move your legs to the next position? You know, there you are with one leg in the air and you're thinking, oh, I might just take a leg out. You would know if you did that, you maybe went to the next level and your back flares up, or your tummy bulges up, or you start doing this with your head, or you stop breathing, or all of the above. So good form, and you can move on. If you find yourself, oh, my tummy's doming, but you're able to self-correct it, fantastic. But if you feel, no, this is now straining, I'm not held contained, I'm not in the right position, that's when you just retreat to the move before, yeah? Okay, feet are on the floor, hip width apart, take a breath in. Exhale, start with pelvic floor, deep tummy, draw your scooped out feeling, hollowed, drawn under your diaphragm, so all the pressure is coming upwards. Inhale. If you're curling your head up, it's only a small way. Sink the sternum, head, neck, and shoulders. Look towards your knees, arms by your side. Palms are up. Are we ready? Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Palms down, 2, 3. Add a leg. Breathe in, 2. It helps you imprint. If you want to, add a second leg. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Palms up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Palms down. Now, if you're keeping your back down, your tummy down, and you feel okay, take one leg out at 45 degrees. You can either bring it in and change to the other leg, or you can take both legs out. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. And if you really want to, take your legs until they're 2 inches off the floor. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 2, 3. Soften the jaw, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, and rest. Bring your knees in, let your head come down. Roll your head from side to side, fantastic. Really good. So again, you can leave your legs, your head on the floor if you wish to, or hold onto your shins, inhale. Exhale, push your shins into your hands, your arms will go stiff, 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 stiff. Lift your pelvic floor up. And then tuck your chin down as you push your legs away. So you've curled into a little dish shape. You could have your head on a cushion and keep your legs higher. Hold your right leg, take your left leg out. You've got your hand low down on the ankle and the inside hand on the knee on the inside. So the outside one always goes lower. And then change. So you're like a little step machine and you're reaching low down on the outside. It helps to keep the shoulders down, outside with the low hand. And then you can slow it down. If you feel okay and you're managing to keep your waist down, then take your legs lower but it's much harder on the abs. So you decide. Slow, 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 slow. Last 4, 3, rest if you need to. Both legs are in. You're going to take the legs away, the arms away, sweep them wide and reach for your ankles. So it's double legs, sweep them wide and reach for the ankles. Double legs go over, arms go over, sweep your arms around in a circle, reach for your ankles. So you could put your head down, you could have your legs much higher, but you're working on the imprint. You've only got 2 to go. Sweep. One more. Sweep and release. Well done. Feet to the floor, arms wide at shoulder level. Twist your knees left. Turn and look right. Relax your chest, relax your shoulders, relax the weight, the back of the skull and the weight of your head. Lift one knee, lift the other knee. Let's go to the other side. Oh, clickety click. Bring one knee up, bring the other knee up, feet flat on the floor. Now, if you've got a hog and you want to use it, then have it landscape, sort of rocking forwards and back like an accelerator pedal. And we're going to shoulder bridge, but you don't have to use it if you don't wish. So you've got your feet hip width are either on the hog or on the floor, and they're level. Your pelvis is level. Your arms are by your side. Lovely. Take a breath in. Toes down a smidge, Cynthia. Just a little bit more. Yep, there. Good. It's always more than you think on there. And then push down with your feet, thighs and bottom as you do a pelvic tilt. Your feet stay flat and evenly weighted. And then soften your belly, roll the spine up off the floor, coming to tips of shoulder blades, but not shoving too high. Take a breath in, then keeping your feet level, roll back down again. Ribs, waist, pelvis, tail. And again, inhale. Exhale, feet flat, tuck under, roll up. And you're getting this flow of the spine. Good. Now, when you get to the top, if your lower back is pinching at all, just do a subtle pelvic tilt as if you're lengthening your tailbone down. Yeah, good. Hold that. Take your arms up and over. Let them hang on the floor. Where's the weight gone in your feet? Mine comes straight out of my big toe into my heel if I'm not concentrating. Inhale. Roll your spine down, leaving your arms on the floor. Really get that whippet-like scoop before the pelvis comes down. Arms down by your side. Inhale again. Exhale, feet are level. Tuck your pelvis, soften your belly, roll the spine up. To shoulder blades, arms up and over, leave them just off the floor. Inhale. Now, can you squeeze into your right thigh, right buttock, right leg? Can you fold your left knee into the ceiling? You may not wish to. You may just want to make the buttock lighter. Bring the left foot down, land controlled, squeeze it. Let the right buttock go soft and fold in. Relaxing the back of your shoulder blades. Bring the leg back down. Let's do it one more time. Squeeze and fold in on the left side. Lovely. Head central and relax. Bring it back down. Squeeze that left thigh, buttock, and then on the right side you lift. Control the foot back to the floor. Inhale, the arms are still just off the mat if you can. Roll down, take your time. When you've been up there longer, the back extensors tighten, and so you have to sort of encourage them to relax. And then bring your arms down. Inhale. Now then, dig your heels in, toes up. If you're on the hog, you've just tipped it. Your feet are still on it, but they've tipped it. And then push with your feet. Roll your spine up, coming up into your shoulder bridge. Take your arms up and hug a tree. Inhale. Push down into your right leg. Fold your left knee in. You're on your heel if you can. You might even think of pulling that heel towards you. Take your foot back down. Push into your left heel, fold the right knee in. Wonderful. Bring it down with control. Super duper. One more pair. You're on the right leg. Keep the pelvis as still as you can. Nice. Bring it down. Landing on your left heel. Fold the right one in. These shoulders relaxed. Bring that right foot down. Hips up. Squeeze both cheeks. Inhale. And roll down. Now with your hips in the air, helps you get that tuck of the pelvis. When you're down to neutral, relax your feet, bring your arms down. You might need to move your feet a bit closer to your bottom. Come up onto the balls of your feet or tip your hog forwards. Inhale. Keep those knees apart and off we go. Balls of your feet push down, down, down. If you want flat feet instead, that's fine, but you're on your toes and then roll your spine up beautifully. Now, I find this harder. My hamstrings are really lazy. So you might want your arms by your side as a safety net in case you get cramp, or you could take them over your head, or you could take them up to the ceiling. When they're up at the ceiling, they add a bit more weight, just a bit, to the back. So as in your back muscles are doing more when your arms are above you. You could even have your arms a bit more forwards, pointing towards your knees. It's on a forward angle. That makes it a bit harder too. Press into your right foot, fold your left knee in. Hello, legs. Control it back down. Press into the left ball of foot, fold your right one in. Oh, come on, lazy legs. Really nice. Bring it down. You look very balletic. And then folding the left knee in again. Breathe. Bring it back down. Keep the weight in the front of that hog and then change. Good. Bring it back down, stay on your toes, both legs working evenly. Inhale, and then exhale, roll your spine. Think of sternum sinking through, then ribs, then waist, then pelvis, and tail. And then feet relax. Bring one knee into your chest, bring the other knee in. Ooh, have a little rock around and a release of your lower back. And then maybe we could circle, stir them round. And then circle the other way. So we're going to take the feet. Actually, we're not going to take the feet down. We're going to keep the legs in the air. Let your knees hang out wide and just rock from left to right. Can you feel your feet are flopping, your knees are wide, your feet are wide? Now, instead of using your hands to create that rock, put your arms on the floor and use your tummy. So you'll feel the low part of your abs. And if you slow it down, you have to use your tummy, don't you? There's more control from the center. Notice if you swing your legs one way, whether it's any easier than the other. And then you're going to roll onto your side so you look like a dog lying on its side and take your arms out in front of you. Now, this is something called the Janice roll. And it comes from my old, not old, as in she's not old, but she is more older than me. It's from a yoga teacher. And her friend called Janice used to teach this. So this is from Janice to Amanda to me. The Janice roll. So you're going to just do a chalk circle, but add legs. Some of you may have done this a long time ago, but we've kind of struggled on village hall floors because they were mucky and cold and hard. It's a bit nicer when you're at home. So I thought we might sneak it in. So you might want to watch first and then join in, but you're going to reach forwards with one arm and do your chalk circle. So you take it round and over like we always do. And when you get in that big T shape with your arms at 180 degrees, lift just the top leg very slowly, and just lift it, lift it, lift it. Leave the underneath leg. And when your hips are in such an open position that the underneath leg starts tugging and wants to follow, then let the leg come up, let the foot come up, and in essence, you'll be rolling onto your back. So there you are, like a little dying fly. And then you're going to use your tummy muscles. I've run out of room. You're going to use your tummy muscles. Think, well, okay, how do I get out of that position? You twist with your abs to let the hip come up. Let that first knee go down. The second knee goes down. And when the second knee's gone down, you then take this other arm down and roll onto your side facing the other way. So it's, I'll go faster, but it's a circle, 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 leg up, Open, open, open. Don't lift the underneath leg, just let it follow, hanging in its socket. You twist the lower body and then the upper body follows. So I want you to get this sort of separateness between upper and lower body so your spine has a full roll, okay? So you're lying on your side, knees are bent up, you're a neutral spine. Reach your top arm forwards, do a big circle round. When you get to that lovely T shape, your arms may or may not be on the floor, don't worry about it. Lift your top leg, let the foot come up, the knee come up, and keep letting it lift. You'll feel how you're rolling onto your back a bit. The underneath leg starts to tug and lift the foot, lift the knee, and then you end up lying on your back with your knees wide. Use your tummy muscles to twist your pelvis. Forget your shoulders, forget your head, just twist your pelvis, then your spine. One leg drops down, the second leg joins it. Now this other arm goes down, not over your head, but down over your hip. Reach round with that arm so it continues in a big sweeping circle. And when you're back in your T shape, come back the other way. Lift one leg. Let the other leg hang in its socket. You can close your eyes and get quite hypnotic about it. You think of moving from core, moving from center. Eventually the legs go down and then the second trailing arm goes down to your hip and over your body, over your leg and round in a big circle. Eventually back into your T shape. One leg slowly lift. Use your tummy as you control yourself. There's no rush through the middle. Over. Use your abdominals. And the arm goes down and over your thigh and out to the side and over again. Sweep round in a circle. Then the top leg lifts. See how slow, really micro slow, you can get the pelvis moving. You feel your tummy muscles controlling you. So you'll be getting a beautiful spiraling of the spine, an opening of the shoulders and the ribs, and a relationship between the upper and lower body, like a sort of a little amoeba or seaweed. Letting the leg go down. And then the arm comes down over your thigh. Release into your chest, shoulders, waist. Slow as the legs lift, really slow. Use your tummy muscles to push your pelvis over and then round. Let the legs hang apart and trail. Yeah, good. One more time. That hanging leg really wants to help, doesn't it? It really wants to join in, but don't. Just let it hang in the air until eventually gravity brings it down. Are you breathing? And then next time you end up on your back, bring your knees to the center. No rush, I'll wait. Just get yourselves there in your own sweet time. And then lifting your knees to 90 degrees and your shins to 90 degrees. Find neutral. So instead of being flat back, find a little natural arch. Legs a little bit further away, Jan. Oh, you're adjusting. You're all twisted up. You've got your jumper wrapped around you 3 times. So make sure your feet are horizontal with the floor. Take your arms up and hug a tree. You've got a natural arch in your back. You inhale, opposite arm, opposite leg, toe dip in the water, arm goes over. Exhale, relax your head on the floor. Sweep the arm away and let toe tap down. Exhale. Begin, if you'd like to, double arm, single leg, if you can keep your ribs tucked down. If all of this is too much and you need a rest, just come down with your feet and do alternating knees instead. If you feel safe to and your tummy's able to contain the pressure, then it's double arm, single leg. And if you'd like to, for the last few, double arms, double legs, feet to the floor. Think about the control of the abs and the breath. Taking the arms over, soft necks and shoulders. Maybe you could take your feet a smidge further away, just an inch further away, and feel how your tummy responds to that. What's happening in your back? Good. Last two. One more time. And let your knees come towards you. Ooh. Right foot down, left ankle over right thigh. Start by pushing it away. Feet are flexed, but you want you to push your knee away. Stick your bum out. Create a big hollow behind your waist. So you've extended the spine. And let your right leg that's on the floor lean out to the right a bit. So you've probably got the beginnings of a hip stretch on the left leg. Stay with it or change it by pulling the right thigh in. The foot, check. Foot, knee, hip, shoulder in good alignment up that right side. You've not let your knee twist over the body. And then if you can, lean out to the side you're holding an inch. So the weight has gone onto that side of your pelvis a smidge, dropping your shoulders, using your biceps to pull in and breathe. So that's a deeper stretch in your left hip and buttock. Feet are flexed. The supporting leg is doing 60, maybe 70% of the work. It's pressing up. The arms are just there to guide, to steer, to help. Release your right foot to the floor. Now keep the legs crossed, arms wide. Twist your knees towards the leg that's in the air. So if your left ankle is over, twist left. And use that foot. You don't have to, you could take it off. Or you could use that foot to just push down onto the right thigh a bit. Just to encourage it down. Breathe into your belly. Letting your knees go towards the floor. One more. Slide your foot off your knee, bring your legs up. Find yourself in the center, wriggle around, right ankle over left thigh. Stick your bottom out, create a big hollow. Ooh, feels tight already. Push your knee away with the right hand. So toes are pulled up towards the knee. You've got a little gap behind your waist. And you're pushing that right knee away. Now lean a smidge to the left, or whichever leg is on the floor, lean that way a little bit. When you're pressing that leg out, you can feel the stretch increase into the side of the hip. Marvelous. Come back to the center. Pull the left leg in. If you want to, you could have your left foot on a wall here so the leg you're holding is actually resting rather than your arms doing it. Drop your shoulders, use your biceps, scoop your tummy, woohoo, and lean out to your left. Breathe deep. Toes pulled up, heels pushed away. %70 of the work is that underneath leg. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. Release your left foot down. Let both arms go wide or catch your legs as you twist to the side that's got the higher leg, the one that's crossed over, and twist that way. So for me, it's to the right. Notice any difference on this side? Is your knee closer to the floor? Could you press down a little bit with the outside edge of your ankle? Relax your shoulders. Breathing in. One more time. Slide the foot off, lift one knee, lift the other knee, feet on the floor, couple of pelvic tilts to release, and then roll over onto your side. Use your hands to push you over onto all fours. You can be on knuckles or hands, or you can do this in standing with bent legs. Little cat curl to ripple from tail to top. Tuck your toes under, take your bottom back, push down with flat hands, check the index knuckle is down, the index finger knuckle, and then up you pop into downward facing dog with a heel toe action, rolling through the feet again and stretching calves, back of legs, and getting a bit of a pump, a bit of a return of the blood to the heart. You pump the legs. Let both heels go towards the floor, even if they don't make it, and sway from left to right. And as you sway your hips, feel sort of a stretch through one shoulder and into your waist, then across into the other side. And then from here, bend your knees, please have your tummy in. Walk your hands to your feet with a flat back, flat back, flat back, and end resting on your thighs again, like we did before. So chest up, looking forwards, bottom out, rest your whole body on your legs so it's supported. Pop your hands on your thighs and with your tummy in, push straight down with your hands, come up into standing and sweep your arms up. Bring them wide. Roll your shoulders around and just turn your head from left to right. Fantastic. Good work. Hope you feel better for that.